Quick, graph y equals the opposite of the quantity x minus 5 plus 1 by hand 2 different ways. This is part of the family of functions series. You will need graph paper, or you can download this PDF and print it. Press pause as needed any time during this video. The first way, we first need to decide what the parent function is and its shape. So it's y equals absolute value of x. And it's a V shape. The parent function looks like this. Keep this in your mind when we go to graph it. Identify the parameters, and by that we mean the values in the expression that affect the graph. And there are 3 different parameters here. How do they affect the graph? Well, the plus 1 shifts all points up 1. The minus 5 inside the parentheses or inside the absolute value function shifts all points to the right 5. And the opposite sign reflects the curve about the horizontal line through the vertex. It also takes the opposite of each of the y values. Which one should we consider first? Well, we suggest that you plot the vertex first. And since everything goes to the right 5, the x-coordinate of the vertex will be 5. And everything shifts up 1, the y-coordinate will be 1. So plot 5, 1 as the vertex. And all of our points will be plotted relative to that using the absolute value dance. But we also have to consider the opposite sign that has the points plotted in the opposite or negative direction. This is going to open downwards. So our normal absolute value dance is right 1, up 1, but in our case it's going to be right 1, down 1, because we're going in the opposite direction because of this negative 1 here. Normally right 2, up 2 becomes right 2, down 2, because of the opposite sign again. Right 3, up 3 becomes right 3, down 3. And we suggest that you finish the points on the other side. Press pause to do this and resume when you're ready. Instead of left 1, up 1 becomes left 1, down 1. Left 2, up 2 becomes left 2, down 2. And left 3, up 3 becomes left 3, down 3. Connect the points to make it look like an absolute value V. You can see it opens downwards. The vertex is at the point 5, 1. And there is an axis of symmetry, the line x equals 5. You can see there's a mirror image about that. The slopes of the V are 1 and negative 1, which come from that coefficient again. And it goes uphill first at a slope of 1 and downhill after that, slope of negative 1. We compare it again to the parent function. And you can see we got the V. Second way is using a table. These are our 5 points we usually plot for the absolute value. So let's consider the parameters. The minus 5 affects the x values inside the function. It shifts the points to the right 5, and that means we have to add 5 to get them to the right 5 units. So add 5 to each x value. So we'll do that first. So 2 plus 5 is 7. 1 plus 5 is 6. You can go ahead and stop, pause this, finish it, this column right here. And here are the values you should have received by adding 5 to each of the x values. The other 2 parameters affect the y values. And by the order of operations, we take the opposite first, and then we add 1 second. Multiplication or multiplying by negative 1, or take the opposite, then addition. So take the opposite of 2, add 1. That's negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So we plot the point 7, negative 1. The opposite of 1 plus 1 is 0. So we'll plot 6, 0. We ask that you finish the table and plot the points. Press pause to do this and resume when you're ready. And here are the remainder of the points. 5, 1. 4, 0, and 3, -1. Connect the points to make it look like an absolute value v, in this case opening downwards, and we compare it to the parent function. Now you try one. Graph y equals the opposite of the quantity, absolute value of x plus 3, minus 2. Use either method or both for the practice. Press pause to do this and then resume when you're finished to check your answer. And here is that answer in green. We also have the table for both the parent and the new function.